between the towering Dubai skyscrapers. It's the circuit that plays host to GAMERNR's 13th race of the season. This is the Fly Emirates Grand Prix. It's the series' 4th international race, and its technical layout is sure to present a challenge to our 33 racers, with heavy braking areas similar to that of the Bend, and high speeds akin to Watkins Glen. In fact, shortly after the green drops, the drivers will be presented with two 90-degree corners, which will be key opportunities to pass, especially without the help of restarts, to group the field up. That's right, the most unique aspect about this event on the schedule is that there are no full course cautions. We'll have 18 green flag laps straight to decide a winner. Two Season 1 veterans start up front here today, and on pole for the third time this season is Jay Jefferson. His lap clocked in at 1 minute 19 seconds, but just like in Atlanta, the first place qualifier did not go uncontested. His time second was just 6 thousandths off a pole position, and it's Evan Hunter, who makes his first front row appearance this season. We'll hope to stay alongside Jefferson, exiting the first couple of corners to try and stay as close to the front as he did last race, but finishing 2 positions higher. We're about to see how the field fares at this 16-turn track. Green flag is out, we're racing in Dubai. Already a 3-wide move for the lead by the 5 of Aiden Martin. He ducks to the inside of Jay Jefferson. As the 11 exits the scene, he goes wide in turn number 1, losing him a whole lot of track position. But Jefferson is going to take the lead back away from Aiden Martin as he tried, but just couldn't get past the 48. Now back here, you got to focus on what they do. These are one of the trouble spots around these couple of corners. As these guys go wide into the green, they try to cut back. But it looks like they are fine now. But back to the leaders. The 42 of Carlos Estrada trying to look for a spot on DeLello and maybe even the 5 of Aiden Martin if he can get there soon enough. DeLello goes a little bit wider. Here's the 42 to the inside of the 5 and maybe the 48. To the inside goes Estrada on Jefferson, and to the line, it will be Jefferson leading that lap. Now a bit of contact with the bumper. To the 48 of Jefferson, 3 wide for the lead. Martin tried it again, but he'll have to back off. He's right there. He's got the speed to pull to the side of our leaders. He just doesn't have the ability to actually make the pass. Jefferson with the preferred line. And he gets by Estrada here. Another lap clean for everyone battling out back. Hunter fell to around 10th last lap, so that's where he was scored. So has not quite fallen outside the top 10 yet, although we'll see how he favors once we cross the line once again. But back to third, it's Estrada. So 2 Chevrolets and a Toyota, your top 3. Then it's the Ford of Zachary DeLello behind. Bit of a slide from Estrada trying to get past the 5 car of Aiden Martin. As they all try to outbrake Jefferson there in turns 1 and 2. Jefferson pulling away. He's got that straightaway speed. The acceleration very good on that number 48. And now here comes Estrada again. Oh, and the 48. Jefferson goes wide there. This could be 2 for 1 for Estrada. He shoots to the inside of Jefferson. But man, that 48, I think, possibly got a shove from the 5 with the draft. They were both able to slingshot past Estrada. Look at this battle back here. Is the 29-1. Doge Borkington looking for win number 1 in his career. But coming through the final couple of corners, Martin has a chance to strike. Almost got to the back bumper, but goes to the outside. Forced up top by Sastra in the 42, who's going to take another shot at him, but he has the lower line. Through this pair of corners, he'll get to the inside of Jefferson here, but once again, he's on the top. And Jefferson can get by. Oh, not yet. He's not clear. Side by side. And now Sastrai mired back in some turmoil with DeLello and Disparito. But Jefferson clear once again. That car is very good at being defensive. It's just got the better drive off than any of the cars behind. So now DeLello, who is back and forth, looking for second here. This would be his second place finish in a row. If he can pass the 5 and stay there. But obviously, he'll be hoping to catch that 48. He won one of the races in the Atlanta W, sends it there. And that causes him to go wide in the final corner. Nearly chops the 5's nose. But man, the 29 is hungry. But Martin trying again. He looking for spots, and that time he's going to get it. That 29 got a little bit too far into the green. And now Borkington looking for third here. Martin through this area once again. This is where he's able to get alongside the 48 of Jefferson. But that corner right there is what really hurts him. But Jefferson kind of ran wide. Just as wide as the 48. Look at this. 3 wide back here. With the 1, 29, and 42. The 42's trying to shoot it in there. Right now he's side by side with DeLello. But that could be with the 5. Oh, but now DeLello tries for that second spot. Shoves the 5 out of the way. Here comes the 29. And through the final corner, look at the DeLello car. Get to the inside, side by side for the lead. Man, I think it was Jefferson. Yes, it was. Jefferson through to the lead, clears DeLello, but Aiden Martin once again is a worry for that Pizza Hut Chevrolet. Just to check back on the back markers, it looks like there's a couple of them off the pace. But now DeLello, what will he do here? Rides with Jefferson. Probably going to send him deep into this corner. Yes, he will. Not as deep as the 5 who gets into the green. Now side by side with Jefferson is DeLello. And this is an area where he can definitely clear this 48. Now he's on the lower line. This little kink in the course. This could definitely benefit him. Jefferson's going to have to drive it in deep, and he does. But it is not able to stick quite as well as DeLello. He is hanging tough on the outside. But DeLello is not quite clear yet. I think that's it. Clear for the 29. Oh no, actually not. Jefferson is still there. DeLello was able to lead that lap. I'm not quite sure if anyone has led other than Jefferson today at the line. But Jefferson is going to use the first technical area of the course to his advantage and clear those guys by a lot. I mean, he just shot right out of a cannon right there. It's got to be at least half a second on those guys back there. Doesn't help that they're beginning to battle. Here's the 42, but he definitely with that corner and went wide. Oh, look at that. Contact between DJ Reed and the 18 of Victor Nunez. Nunez won the bend. That is the more technical road course that we visited this season, and something must have happened to the 48 because DeLello is right there already. Maybe just the less technical nature of the area we just went through was able to get him a bit of a slipstream on Jefferson, but they are side by side once again nonetheless. And DeLello shoves the 48 out of the way this time, ensures that he's got the lead. Now how will Jefferson respond? Right behind DeLello here. Maybe some contact, maybe the bumper to the back of the 29. To the inside goes Jefferson. 3 wide back there for what I believe is 4th. That has dissipated. Look at Skylar Taylor finding their way into this battle. Jefferson was definitely late on the braking there. Trying to make up time on DeLello. Does not want to let that 29 run away. That's what happened in the Atlanta double. Once DeLello got the lead in race 2, he was able to pull away in the final run. And Jefferson was right there with them. He was happy that his team was able to show speed, and now he's got another chance to win. Jefferson just trying a different exit right there, slides it off the corner, but then again, who doesn't? Every one of these cars in the top 6 or so battling hard for position, but for now, it's been a duel between the 29 and 48. Jefferson and DeLello, the 2 red, black, and white cars for this win, as we are almost halfway through this event. We will be officially next time by. But as of now, 10 laps to go. And you could see Jefferson getting desperate. He's shooting it into these corners. But I'm not quite sure if that's costing him. Aiden Martin trying to get to the inside of Lotus Espirito. That is a 3-wide middle move. Sandwiched once again in between 2 cars. But he is not able to make that move work. Very little progress made for Jefferson on DeLello. But a 5-car pack behind. This is the battle for 3rd. Doge Borkington, probably his best run of the year outside of Daytona. Trying to show Wheelhouse that he belongs. Is Colin Teague a multi-time winner, and he's looking for his first. Right now, 3rd, very respectable. Jefferson has closed, but then again, it's very natural to see some closing of gaps under those heavy braking zones. Right now, he'll get to the inside. But now DeLello will have the inside this corner. Oh, but he's going to attempt the crossover. Side by side once again, but this time they are swapped. Jefferson on the inside, DeLello on the outside. And Borkington, we were just talking about him getting 3rd. That might just pay off. He's got a great view of this lead battle. And he has closed in to just under a car length away from these leaders. Through the final couple of corners. Jefferson grabs the lead. Clears DeLello. DeLello might go back to 3rd. But no, he gets the draft off of the 48. Pulls to the inside once again. Into turn number 1. And Jefferson way wide that time. That's going to put him possibly behind the 63 even. Depends on Disburrito how she can fight. Not too much. Jefferson will clear for second. But don't count her out. Through this corner here. Looking to make a move. Not quite, but DeLillo once again drove it in way too deep. There was an accident in that corner, so we'll have to go back and see post-race what happened there. But for now, side by side for the lead. Jefferson pulls in behind the 29. Stalking the bumper. Through the final couple of corners, Jefferson tries to go down low. Trying out the high side entry for turn 1, but maybe he might go back to the inside for the move. Just got a little bit too tight. You saw that car just budge a little bit. And the 29 runs away this lap. But this spot right here, this has been not very good for DeLillo. But he perfected it that lap. So that number 29, he might have worked out the kinks. Jefferson not able to close as easily. But back here, a battle for third. Disburrito and Borkington side by side. Disburrito slides it through that corner. Looking to clear. Borkington, he will. As the 42 in fifth now. Just past Skylar Taylor, who was in the top 5 last lap. Almost a bumper for the 1. He does get to the inside. But Disburrito able to power it through the last corner. Jefferson trying once again to close the gap. But DeLillo runs away here. Let's try and focus on any of the people back here. Aiden Martin in 7th. Nunez trying to take that spot away. He's currently in 8th, looking for that 7th spot. Lead battle still looking the same. But DJ Reed, who has struggled so far this season, given an opportunity at Atlanta, didn't really go as well, but now he's contending here in the top 10. The 99 of Colin Teague. Can never count him out at road courses. Running 10th. And everyone else back here, where they're running. Evan Hunter has now fallen back outside the top 10, outside the top 15. And a quick look at the rest of the field before we get back to the front. We'll monitor the field and their gaps this time around. I feel like Jefferson has definitely closed a decent bit on DeLillo, but what will the interval say? Just 1/100th. And this race is closing down. Jefferson's running out of time. He's searching for that clean air. He was definitely able to get a huge gain. And the 63 might come to help. We'll see. And DeLillo right here clears. Oh, but Disburrito might be going for 2. Not quite, but she's definitely going to get Jefferson. Jefferson back to 3rd. And a new player into this game has just entered. Disburrito was running 3rd and waited for the opportunity to present itself. And right here, she took it. Right to the back bumper of DeLillo. Just riding it through that pair of corners. Now what will she do here? Oh, gets into him. You could put a blanket under this top three with just 4 laps to go. Jefferson shoving the 63 to the inside. Will it work? Side by side here. DeLillo a little bit tight on the outside. 63 Desperito clear to the lead. Now Jefferson might use this opportunity to get past DeLillo, and he will. But now, can he pass Desperito? Did Desperito find the right place at the right time, or is her car actually strong? Look at that, not a good corner for her, and Jefferson goes through. And clear to the lead. Roger Ray retired, and that is going to be awful for his points. He was running up there. He had a whole lot of momentum coming into this quarter and out of the race. But for now, we have a new leader. And Desperito, got a little bit too wide trying to get to Jefferson's bumper there. And now, was in danger of getting passed by DeLillo, but DeLillo did not have the run. Now she uses that to get to the inside of Jefferson, pushes him wide, and takes the lead away. Borkington to third now. Jefferson to fourth. And Skylar Taylor might have a role in this. Just 3 laps remain at Dubai. And now the top 5, single file. And that quarter is definitely going to be a deciding factor at the end of this race. Borkington is going to take advantage of DeLillo's slip-up. But can he clear that number 29? We might have lap traffic coming in here, as the damaged cars are just naturally off the pace. We do not have cautions to bring them to the front and put them on the inside. Coming to 2 laps to go at Dubai. Desperito just slid a little bit off the final corner. That's not going to affect her any. But DeLillo loses second to Borkington. Now Borkington's got to focus on getting this 63. This is the best shot at his first career win he's had since the beginning of the season. But Desperito can just run away. She's got the track position and now the gap over the rest of the field. She takes that corner to perfection. And DeLillo once again bleeds a spot, gives it to the 48. Now the 48 closing on the number 1, who went way wide. This race might just be over. The rest of the field lost way too much time on Desperito, and now they themselves are battling for position. Jefferson frustrated. He wants second back at the very least. But can Kiani play a role in this? As we take the white flag, 1 more lap to go at Dubai. The 63 is going to get past the 16 clean. But how will we fare in the rest of the field? The rest of the field just too disorganized. This race could just be Lotus Desperito's. The battle might be for second on back, but Borkington a valiant effort. Jefferson a valiant effort. The 29 knew he had speed coming into this day, knew he had momentum, but just not able to execute, as Desperito runs away with what could be her second win of the season. We talked about it at Atlanta, that she could be fast. Now that we were going back to a mile and a half for the first time in the season, DeLello just nearly hit the wall right there. But now it could be a road course that she's looking for her second career win at. And it's been a string of people who have gotten their second win of the season so far. Race 10, race 11, race 12, and now race 13 will see a second career win, this time from Lotus Desperito in the 63. She captures the victory at Dubai. And she saw the opportunity to pounce when the top two, who had been top two all day, just battled a little bit too much, went right on by and stole the win. And not only that, but Borkington ends up second. He was also in the third to fourth to fifth area all day. And look what he got out of it. Third place, Jefferson, still looking for that first win on the season. But he had one of the fastest cars today. He'll look to Iowa to get that first win of the season. And in fifth, Zachary DeLello, who I could have sworn that he hit that wall right there that we're coming up on as they went through the kink. But yeah, it was a safe corner for him. That's just what it looked like, but it's definitely hurt him. He lost a few spots at the very end. Fourth is actually Skylar Taylor. I'm not quite sure if I said DeLello was fourth, but fourth was the 15 of Skylar Taylor. That is their best race this season, their best result. And sixth, Colin Teague in the 99. Seventh place, Victor Nunez, always a great racer on road courses. Comes out with a solid top 10 today, just wasn't able to enter the battle for the lead. Eighth, Aiden Martin qualified up front, but lost a few spots early on, got mired in the back of the top 10. And 10th was the 10 of Landon Thomas. No, 9th was the 10. 10th was the 69 of DJ Reed. Kirsten Martinez, 11th, just outside the top 10. Nathan Stapleton, 12th. Overall, a pretty good day for the Murdo team, except for the 63, no, the 62 itself finished 22nd. Vargas, Thomas, Pelagia round out the top 15. Hector Garcia will not go back-to-back. Finished 16th here today. And behind him, the Anjado teammate, the Anjado owner, Peter Onjak. Roberto Gunn Jr. in the 18th spot. Evan Hunter climbed into the top 9, well, technically top 19, but the top 20 at the very end. 19th for him and 20th for Aiden Smith. The 03 Mathis Wells still looking for a great run. MW Racing, another one of those teams that has just been down compared to season 1. And the 62, once again, 22nd. Nathan Orman, 23rd. The 54 of Anthony McClure finishes 24th. Ricky Freeman Jr. showed flashes of brilliance. Now just back to earth for him. Fortunately, he did have that streak of good finishes, propelled him to some great momentum. But now, hopefully, he can bounce back from the string of bad finishes he's had recently. Lynn Bell, 26th. Bree McShane, 27th. The 53 of Lexi Herman qualified out back, 28th place for her, and 29th for Cody Goforth, who has been struggling very much this season. Probably an accident for him with how he was over 50 seconds back from the next person. And Nathan Keone a lap down. The 25 retired with a gearbox issue. The 42 with a piston. So that was something we missed. One of our leaders out with what could be a mechanical failure, what could be symptoms of an accident. We'll have to go back and see. And the 49 of Roger Ray retired from this race. So real quick, before we go over the next race, let's check out what happened to possibly cause any of the crashes that led to these guys in the back being out of the race. This is what took Roger Ray out. Unfortunately, another mechanical failure for the number 49. This is what happened in the All-Star race, and now it's happened in the points race. Very unfortunate for the 49 team. We'll see if they can bounce back next race. Stephen Colon running inside the top 20. Same thing, except this car is going to blow up. As Colon up in smoke. It's been very sad to see JJ Motorsports just dismal outside of Jay Jefferson. And I'm not quite sure what's causing it. And a bit of contact from the 8 there. And then a lap or two earlier, here's the 42. Another blow up. So that's 2 Chevrolets and a Ford with a mechanical failure. But these are just the guys who were out of the race. And I saw skid marks around one of these points on the track. We'll have to see if there was indeed a spin that could have possibly taken the 16 or the 84 off the pace. So this is on lap 4, just crazy racing in the back. Colon shoots it to the inside, and man, that was 4 wide for a second. And then 4 wide again with the 16 on the outside. That ends up spinning Kiani out. And then the 04 got to the 84's quarter panel, spins him around. Both these guys were off the pace at the very end, and Kiani ended up being lapped. So here it is again. Colon sees this pack of cars, goes for the hole, but unfortunately that sends this entire pack into Kiani, who went wide. Mainly Lynn Bell in the 17, who continues on, but these two just still stuck together. That sends Goforth into the wall, but very little damage to that 84, but enough to send him behind the pack because of the lack of cautions at Dubai. So that is it for the second race at Dubai in GAMERNR, and this one was definitely leagues above the first race that we had in Season 1, which was a runaway from the 86, and we didn't have that this season. We didn't have one car just far and away the best. There was plenty of battling throughout the pack, and I think really the moment it ended was just 2 laps to go, which is a shame because you would love to see all that battling and contact that we saw continue to the end, but just couldn't, because the 63 was able to gap her way past the pack. One of the few instances of a race being a whole lot better than the Season 1 counterpart. But anyway, we go to another new track next weekend. It is Iowa, a 7/8 of a mile short track, and very unique one for that matter, because we've been going to short tracks, half a mile, maybe just a little bit above that, but nothing above that length. This time, one of the larger short tracks on the schedule, on both schedules for that matter. We'll see how it races once we get there, and who will end up contending. Can anyone make a resurgence from their woes this season, or will we see more of the usual, and perhaps a 4th driver in a row getting their 2nd win of the season? But for now, thank you for watching the GAMERNR Sportsman series. We'll see you next time.